Hello again. What's up, Navi people? So it's been a little while since I've made some Navi content. I am in the process of getting this second Navi engine ready for a Honda Ruckus swap. So I'm kind of mocking up some engine mount designs and some other stuff and just kind of getting this engine overall cleaned up. But at some point I'm going to put a 12-inch wheel on it, so I am going to have to shave down the back side of this engine to fit the 110 70, if we can see that. 110 70 12 is the tire size that I choose for the rear. I use the same on the front generally. That's what I have on both of my Navis currently. So I just want to show, this is the new to me used motor with 522 miles on it. You can see that it's got these little ribs on the back here, a couple of those, and then it's got some extra webbing kind of here for the back of the exhaust mount. As we go over to the original Navi that I've already shaved down, you can see I shaved quite a bit here. That isn't actually very necessary, but really down here, a little bit of this rib here, and this area is really all that needs to be shaved. And so the way I recommend doing it is by putting the wheel on and the center stand and simply revving it. For me, even with my custom exhaust, I can still take the wheel and hub off. I have to take the wheel separate from the hub, then I have to take the hub nut off, and I have to kind of shimmy them both out, take the hub out, and then I can squeeze the wheel right through. So with a stock exhaust, you absolutely can get the stock wheel off without having to remove the exhaust, so that way you don't have to replace the exhaust to run the engine, to rev it, to find out how much more you need to clear. And this 110 70 12 will actually fit with very low pressure without shaving it, I believe, to where you can run it by hand and just rotate it to figure out how much you want to shave. But that's one of the things that I highly encourage, is people putting a 12-inch rear wheel on and bumping up the tire size a little bit. It gives you a little bit more top end. And you can see I really didn't shave all that much by comparison on the two engines. Another couple of tips for things people can do is you can take some Scotch-Brite and you can clean up your starter, and you can get rid of that kind of bronzy gold kind of zinc coating, and you can make it silver and shiny, and you can polish it up and make it look nice, because when you've got an aftermarket intake you can see it. Of course, I've got the nice Chimera aftermarket cover there. You can also buy really cheap oil caps for CBRs and almost all Hondas. They fit. Keep the dipstick under the seat so you can check your oil, but you can buy cool decorative oil caps. You can buy things like, this is actually from a kickstart lever. It's from a KN kickstart lever from a Ruckus. I just cut the original foot off, drilled a hole, and modified it. Modified the pegs, passenger pegs. These ones actually took a bit of work, but I just want to encourage people to start taking their bikes apart a little bit and getting familiar with them and figuring out what you can change and customize and make nicer. Both of my Navis have the parking brake removed, so I've shaved off this. If you were worried about having a 10-inch tire, like this original 10-inch wheel, and a big chubby tire like a 120 or 130, which some people want, they have problems with the tires getting really close to this brake arm. So you can bend it. You could also cut off the inner section here and just use the outer section if you get rid of the parking brake. And again, I don't know, not everybody wants to get rid of the parking brake, so sometimes you just want to bend that for chubbier tires. But for a 12-inch wheel, it moves the tire away and it actually clears just fine. The only other mod that I've done for 12-inch wheels, whether you're running a stock tire or not, is I add a little bolt here. You can see, and that's just so that when the center stand goes up, the tire here doesn't rub, or the center stand doesn't rub on the tire, because it will a little bit. And it's fine when moving forward, it just pushes the center stand out of the way. But when you try to back the bike up, it binds with that center stand. It makes it really hard to push the bike backwards when it's rubbing on that. But that's what I'm doing today. I'm just cleaning this motor up. I've already got rid of the hose for the gear oil and replaced it with a little vent cap there. I'm waiting for the hub to show up. I actually had to order a whole rear wheel to get a hub for this. I'm waiting for my intake manifold so that I can attach my carburetor. I do have a wire harness. I do have entire frame. So I've got quite a bit of parts. Just got to figure out how I want to mount the engine. I've got some ideas already, but just need my rear wheel and hub to show up so that way I can start really mocking things up. But today I'm going to go ahead and test fit this wheel and the hub from my original Navi so that way I can have this shaved down and already ready already. But again, it's not a major undertaking to remove the rear wheel and hub and shave it down. I use just a corded plug-in grinder with a, let's see if we can get the Steel Demon grinding and polishing lap disc, or flap disc. I think the F is probably gone on there, but it's a flapper wheel. So it's pretty hard to do any real damage with this. You kind of have to push in real hard to really grind it, otherwise you're just kind of barely mildly shaving it. And of course, it will fit in here. You just got to be careful, don't shave anything you don't need to, just so you don't leave any scratches or marks, or cuts on anything. But real simple, something most anybody can do. I think you can buy one of these and some flapper discs, as well as the wheel and tire and everything you could possibly need for this for probably 150 bucks, and that's including a factory 12-inch wheel and tire. That's a 10-inch. This one's custom, so it's obviously would cost quite a bit more than $200, but that's where we're at today. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to include some more content on that ruckus when I start getting the motor ready for it, really ready for it, and actually sitting in the bike. I've got this ruckus, my 2-stroke ruckus. I've just been pulling out tools and not putting anything away as I'm making a giant mess lately. So that's where I'm at. Thanks for watching. Please share the videos, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think I should do next, or what do you think I should do different. Hope you're having a great weekend. Goodbye now.